about 20 to 30 minutes midway. I don't know. It's also up to you guys. Like, I guess.
You will tell me, and
Exactly.
we will decide together. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I am very flexible.
It's more like a seminar than
yeah.
a regular lecture, so take it easy.
And there isn't any exam. Yeah, just.
I guess we'll be having a sort of discussion session this afternoon, don't you? That's good. There will be Roberto coordinating it and chairing it, so it's going to be really fun. Professor Raffaelli. Roberto Raffaelli, yeah. It's going to be him. Okay, so I think we can start it off. Right, guys, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Paolo Sant'Angelo, and obviously I'm on the teaching board of the doctoral school. And it's my pleasure to welcome Professor Asaf Varol from Maltepe University in Turkey and from UTNC Chattanooga in the United States. So Asaf was educated as a mechanical and nuclear engineer, both in Turkey and in Germany, which makes him aligned to me. But far smarter than me, he then converted into computer science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So he's launching various programs at Turkish universities and still at UTNC Chattanooga, so worldwide renowned. And he's also is a sit-in in the editorial board of like 20 plus journals. So I don't know, like you must be spending nights like sending emails to reviewers. So that's really a pain in the neck. But still. Guys, he's going to be kindly providing us with a lecture on artificial intelligence and ethics, because he's also very much involved in engineering verification. Asaf, whenever you want to start off. I must apologize, guys. I have to leave pretty soon to join a faculty meeting, and Professor Mamey kindly reminded me that his doctoral students are here, and will be glad to help him in case of something goes wrong with the computer and hooking up stuff.
So, thank you so much for introducing to me. Now
Ragazzi,
I can begin. Thank you.
Per aver partecipato alla scuola estiva e buon lavoro. Ciao.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy. I'll see you in the afternoon.
Okay. Bye.
Ciao.
So, good morning again. And he introduced me, but I would like to say something additionally to you. I worked at Fırat University. I'm not sure whether you are familiar with Turkey or not. Fırat University was my first university, and it was about 1,300 kilometers far from Istanbul. I am sure you know Istanbul because it's a famous city. And after retirement, I moved to Istanbul, Maltepe University. Maltepe University is a beautiful university, and I hope some of you in future can come to there and to learn and see the university availabilities. Okay, later in 2022, I moved to the United States to work at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And this is a very huge university in the United States. There are 6 campuses, but where I am working is called the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And each campus has more than about varying between 6,000 to 20,000 students. Very huge university. Okay, what about my background? I began with mechanical engineering, and later I completed my master's degree in nuclear engineering at the University of Istanbul, Technical University of Istanbul. And then I went to Germany in order to prepare my dissertation there. I worked in the field of energy. And later I changed my way and I began to work in the field of computing. And I am the first person who brought a Sinclair small computer to Turkey in 1982. And I taught courses using this small computer. And the capacity of this computer was only 1 megabyte. You can imagine how difficult was it for me to manage this type of computing. But I prepared my dissertation in Germany thanks to this small computer, Sinclair ZX81. It was very difficult for me to manage because, you know, the memory was very small, RAM memory was very small, and it was not possible to have very long variable name, just one letter and one number, and therefore I learned a lot of, because I struggled to manage the computer. And there are some other information, and one of them is important because since you are the students of PhD and you are preparing your dissertation, I am organizing a big conference in the world, and which is called International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security. This is important because, you know, you can send your papers and research to this conference, and thanks to this conference, okay, here, as you see here, we organize this conference in Boston. Every year we are changing the country, but mostly we organize 5 or 6 times in the United States, in Romania, in Portugal, and I hope once we can organize here too. You can send your paper here because all concepts of the papers are related to artificial intelligence or machine learning. And I am not sure whether you are working in this field, but now at this century, machine learning and artificial intelligence is obligatory for everyone, because everywhere we can use them. Okay, here, for example, for previous symposium, if you come to here, these are the conferences. For example, if you want to see the papers, you can reach them here. And this conference is supported by IEEE. I am sure you heard about IEEE. Explore is the biggest digital library in the world. It means the papers published in Explore can be reached everywhere in the world. For example, here you see these are the papers, and I wanted to show it to you. This is my web page. Why I am showing this web page to you? I am working mostly in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. And my all papers can be reached here. You see here, scientific studies, here, and publications in internal research journal and international scientific proceedings. For example, if you click to here, then all of them can be downloaded free of charge. I mean, you can download all papers here. This is a good opportunity for you. After giving this small information, we can begin with our lecture, and I am sure you will learn some new ways how can we handle with artificial intelligence, and how can we prepare a paper using artificial intelligence, and ethical side will be discussed together. And I would like to contribution of you during the discussion. Please do not hesitate. If you have questions, you can raise your hand and ask your questions. So today, first of all, a bit of information about the world. We have a group of artificial intelligence people at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and he's our leader. And every week we are gathering to discuss about the artificial intelligence, and we are creating our model at the University of Tennessee. And these are the people. Online connection is available, and our aim is to create an artificial intelligence method to our university mostly. Okay, about background, in 2020, we published a book about the opinions and suggestions for the development of artificial intelligence in Turkey. And this is the first book in this field. And as you see, we wrote this book in 2020, and these are the people who contributed to writing this book, and about 12 people, and these are famous people in Turkey. Okay, I am preparing some online courses too. One of them you can see here about the machine learning, and this type of the course content unfortunately in Turkish for Turkish students, and in this series about 40 videos have been prepared by me, and every week I taught the content of machine learning to the students of Maltepe University. And maybe you confused why I am speaking about Maltepe University and the University of Tennessee. I am working in both universities. In summer session, about 2.5 months at Maltepe University, and in spring and fall semesters, I am in the United States. Therefore, I am speaking about these two universities. Okay, the content is copyrighted to Maltepe University, these videos. There are some students who came from other countries, and we prepared thesis, dissertation, and master's thesis, and these are the name of them. And articles published in internationally referred journals are here, and some of them PhD dissertations, and these are international scientific proceedings. I spoke already about this conference. I encourage you to join, send your paper to this conference, because there is international scientific committee member, and if your paper is accepted, then it means your paper will be cited oral in the world. This is a good opportunity for you. Okay, this is ISDFS, what we organized in Boston in April. Okay, these are the examples. Okay, now we are beginning with artificial intelligence. Who can tell me what do you understand when we are speaking about the artificial intelligence, and how can we use for our subjects? What is artificial intelligence? Do you have any idea? I am sure you have ideas, but I would like to hear from you about this subject. What can we do with artificial intelligence? In my opinion, at this time, we can do everything using artificial intelligence, because the development of artificial intelligence is very rapidly growing very rapidly in the world, and in almost in every subject you can use artificial intelligence. And do you think that artificial intelligence tools are giving the correct answers to your question or not every time? What do you think about it? That's contribution, you know, just say your opinion.
Not all the time.
No, not all the time. Because you know, what you uploaded then the result is coming from the sources. If your uploaded documents or materials are wrong, then the tools what you are using for artificial intelligence will produce wrongly to your answers. Okay, since you are PhD students at this university, at UNIMORE, can you prepare your thesis using artificial intelligence? No, normally, ethically, no. But you can. I mean, in the United States, it is possible for the people to write a novel in one day, you know. They are preparing novels, and they are publishing, and they are writing. I used artificial intelligence to prepare this book. I will show some clips to you. I will show some ways to you how you can notice that the dissertation or paper was prepared using artificial intelligence, and there are some ways how can you omit it. This is the definition of artificial intelligence. Is a technology that aims to give computers human-like thinking, learning, and problem-solving abilities. But do not forget it, if your subject, what you are looking for in the environment of artificial intelligence, is not stored earlier, then you will get not correct results or anything else what you are looking for. Okay, first of all, I will begin with the basic step, because I don't have any idea about your background, whether you are expert in the field of artificial intelligence. Just I am speaking about the people who has very little knowledge in the field of artificial intelligence. How artificial intelligence tools are working. Assume these are the pictures of cats. And we want to create a machine learning tool that should know immediately when I am showing a cat picture to the machine. Therefore, first of all, you have to train the data. How can you train the data? First of all, you are collecting data. And this collection should be done, and a lot of pictures of cats should be collected, as you see here. AI first collect data. This data can be text, images, audio, or numerical information. It is up to you which kind of the model you want to create. Example, if you want to introduce cats to an AI model, you show it thousands of cat photos. Okay, I am using camera, etc., and I am teaching. This is cat. This type of cats are available in the world, and everything is stored by the machine. And after storing, the collection of data is completed. But we have some problems. Which kind of the problems can be available? For example, some pictures of cats are not so clear, dark, and it is not noticeable whether it is a cat or not. Therefore, we have to say the data collected is usually raw. It may contain errors. Therefore, the data is clean, deficiencies are eliminated, and formats are corrected. It means I have to handle with pictures to improve the quality of the pictures. And this phase is called data processing and cleaning. Did you understand? First of all, we are collecting pictures of cats. But some pictures are not so clear, therefore I am omitting that, or I am improving using some tools. For example, Photoshop. Thanks to Photoshop, I am increasing the quality of the cat pictures. So it is written here, some cat photos may be too dark. These photos will either be enhanced or removed. If it is not so clear, then you are removing this type of the pictures. And then we have to think about a model. The model is called machine learning methods, algorithms. Algorithms means you have to write some codes. I have worked in the field of computing since 1975. You see, none of you was born at that time. And therefore, I am an expert in the field of computing and coding. I taught very different types of the programming languages: Prolog, Fortran, Basic, Java, Python, etc. And still I am teaching this type of courses at Maltepe University in Turkey. In the United States, I am working in another field, mechatronics. I am teaching electronics, etc. Okay, we have to decide about the model that we want to use, but this model should be appropriate for our data. There are many types of models, machine learning models, and I will speak some of them shortly, and you will get general information about types of the models. Okay, here machine learning, deep learning, rule-based systems, etc. These are the names of the models. Example, a deep learning model is chosen to recognize cat photos. This is up to you. But the problem is that which algorithm is the best for your research? You have to have some knowledge, background in the field of artificial intelligence tools. Okay, this is a selection of the model. We are in the third phase now. We are deciding about the model. And then in the fourth phase, we are training the data. What is the training of data? We are using the pictures of the cats, and we are teaching to machine. Okay, this, if you see this type of the pictures, do not forget it. This is a cat, and it is called training of the data. There are some tools that can be used for this type of the training. I will tell you the methods later. Okay, the model is trained with data. During this process, the model learns to establish a relationship between inputs and outputs. This phase is called training. And after training, in the fifth phase, we have to test it, whether our model is working correctly or not. Because you are creating a model, but you are not sure whether your model is working properly. So I have to bring this to here. Okay, this is testing and validation. It means I am testing the pictures. I am taking a picture from the internet and showing to my model algorithm whether this is a cat or not. And if the algorithm finds correctly, about 90% correctly, then I am saying, okay, my model is working appropriately, and I can use this model for my research. And I will show you how can you create your own model today. Okay, then deployment and interference. The model can be used in the real world after these stages. Data comes in, the model makes a decision or prediction. You see, these are the phases. In short, we can say, I can make an analogy about a child. When a child sees a cat for the first time, assume your child, very small, and you are telling to him or her, this is a cat. She or he doesn't know about cat first, previously. You are teaching, okay, this is a cat. Then she or he is showing another cat. You are telling, okay, this is another kind of the cat. So the child is learning. Machine learning method is working in the same way. It means we are teaching. And learns his her name. This is called labeling. And then compares this with the next cats. We are continuing to teach our child. And one day when he sees a new cat on the street, he says or guess, it is a cat. The same method is used for artificial intelligence. Okay, now I want to speak about a dictionary, a famous dictionary, and which is called Merriam-Webster or Oxford English Dictionary. They are using artificial intelligence tools to enhance the capacity of the dictionary. They are using these methods. First of all, they are monitoring language use, because every time, thanks to development of technology, we are getting more and more new vocabularies. For example, 50 years ago, if I spoke about internet, nobody can say anything about internet. But thanks to development, internet, this vocabulary is learned by everyone at this time. And then there are some evaluation criteria. First of all, to put a new word in the dictionary, the widespread use is measured, and continuous use, how often this new vocabulary is used in the community, and clear meaning is investigated, and then documented evidence. Then in the third phase, frequency and longevity analysis is done. You see, there are many stages, and the Merriam-Webster and Oxford English Dictionary are using artificial intelligence in order to enhance the capacity of the dictionary. For example, how can we use artificial intelligence in this field? If we are looking for the, and if you type to ChatGPT, write me some sentences beginning with the, then you will get a lot of them, example, from the library, from the servers, from the web pages, etc. And then, if you want to have some more vocabularies here, you see here, for example, the company, the year, the family, etc. But if you want to extend the sentences, it is available. Just you are typing using ChatGPT and you are enhancing the knowledge. But can continue to make sentences by clicking on popular words here. For example, here, kangaroo, and then kangaroo meat, etc. These are the suggestions from artificial intelligence. You know, thanks to artificial intelligence tools, ChatGPT. Okay, this is kangaroo, and you can give this type of the figures. Sorry, this is Turkish. I forgot to translate into English. It is called kangaroo method. How you should investigate a target using the artificial intelligence tools. Now, an example about a person with his or her father. Assume you don't have any good relationship with your father for a long time. And later, about 5 or 6 years later, you decide to make a new beginning with your father, and you decide to write a letter to your father. But you want to have a perfect letter for your father. You don't want to waste your time, and you decide the letter should be written by artificial tools. And you are giving some information. You are telling to artificial intelligence algorithm, okay, about 10 years I didn't have any relationship anymore with my father, and I never wrote anything to him, but I decided to have a new beginning for my future with my father. And you are typing some keywords to ChatGPT, for example. And ChatGPT is preparing a perfect letter to you. And you are typing there, please use emotional feature and create a perfect letter that I should send to my father. Artificial intelligence tool prepares a letter for you, but you are thinking, whether should I send this letter to my father or not, because there are some words that I never used in my life, but thanks to ChatGPT or other tools, there is a perfect letter. Should I send to my father or not? You are thinking about this subject. And later, you decide to send to your father. What is your opinion about in terms of ethical side? As a father, what will you think about this letter that is coming from your son or daughter? Do you accept what he wrote there? Normally, you know, the machine prepared this letter. And the words, what machine has been used, never belonging to your own words. What do you think about this subject? Assume you married, your son broke the relationship for a long time. Later he used a letter, perfect letter, using the artificial intelligence tools, and sent to you. Will you accept it? What do you think? Will you say, okay, oh, very nice vocabularies, very nice statements for building relationship again? It is depending on the character of your father. But normally, it is not ethical, because the words, the vocabularies that has been used in the letter is not belonging to your son or daughter. You see, this is a critical point. And during the work that we are doing at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, we are creating some statements, and we are trying to find ethical subject, ethical perspective for creating a model. And normally, the father is refused this letter, and he didn't accept this excuse. Okay, a second example. Okay, assume I am giving an assignment to you, but the time is very limited. I am telling to you, prepare an assignment about this subject. But you see, only 1 week you have time. It would not be possible for you to prepare this assignment on time. But you remember, okay, there is a tool. I can use artificial intelligence tools to prepare this assignment because of time limiting. But you are thinking about the reaction of your professor. You say the professor probably will know this assignment was prepared using some artificial intelligence tools, and he or she will be angry about me. Okay, in this case, since the time is limited, assume you are preparing your assignment using artificial intelligence tools. A perfect content was prepared by artificial intelligence, but you are not deciding whether you should send to professor or not. What is the case? Will you send it or not? Assume you prepared an assignment, a homework, but just using the artificial intelligence tools, and you don't have any idea about the content, but still you are sending to your professors. Will you agree with me? It will be okay to send the professor or not? What is your opinion? Just say something. Yes or no? It depends maybe, yeah? It depends. Okay, after I gave this assignment to you, 1 week later, I am coming to the class and telling to you, okay, guys, I hope you prepared your assignment using help of the artificial intelligence. You are happy and you will say, oh, this is good. The professor is supporting that I am using the artificial intelligence. You know, at the University of Tennessee, we are encouraging our students to use the artificial intelligence. But we are telling them, you are free to use artificial intelligence tools. But please try to gather the information what you got from the artificial intelligence and come to stage and explain to us what you learned. If you are successful, then you are okay. You can use this type of the tools. And I am telling to my students, it is free. You can use artificial intelligence tools. But it is important to come to stage and explain to your colleagues what you learned from this assignment. And in Turkey, on the other hand, in Turkey, most professors are against the usage of the artificial intelligence tools. I am giving a lot of conferences in Turkey, and if you Google on YouTube, you will see me in Turkish and in English. And I am fighting with this type of the professors. These are the professors, they are against to enhancing the learning, in my opinion. Because, you know, since these tools are available for us, everybody should get benefit of it. They should learn about the content. But it is important, the students should learn thanks to artificial intelligence, and if they learn enough, then the target is reached. This is my method, and in the United States, our university forces to us to tell to our students to use of the artificial intelligence, and in our group, we are creating this type of the tools to our students. Therefore, don't worry about it. You will prepare your dissertation, I mean the thesis. You can use artificial intelligence, for example, gathering of all of type of the information. This is the time, not the wasting of the time. The machine is collecting all data, but later you are studying and you are learning, and the target is reached. I am not what your professors are thinking about it. But this is my thought about the usage of the artificial intelligence. Okay, so this AI-powered experiment, and I already spoke about it. Okay, as a professor, can I investigate whether you prepared your dissertation or paper using the artificial intelligence tools or not? Yes, I can. How can I do? There are some other tools. Because you know, digital environment is very interesting. And never trust digital environment. It is very dangerous. Because everything can be changed immediately. I can give an example about the robotics. This is another field that I am working for it. Assume we are creating our robot to fight the enemies. And assume we have 1,000 robots going to fight two enemies. But if someone is attacking to your robot's brain, CPU, and if they change one bit from 0 to 1, this robots can kill you. This is very dangerous side of the future. And therefore, you know, the control of the environment, of the digital environment is not so easy, and we have to be very careful about the usage. Okay, Zero GPT is a tool that can be used whether a paper was prepared using artificial intelligence or not. And you can use free of charge. Just you are putting your paper, and then you see, okay, these paragraphs gathered from others. Authenticate, I am sure you know Authenticate or Third Item. These are similar tools. But Zero GPT can find immediately that the paper was prepared using the AI tools. This is the best side for you, because you don't have enough time and you want to get your title as soon as possible. Because of the limited time, you are preparing your dissertation using the AI tools, but you are not sure whether you should send it to your professors or not. I will show some tricks to you. How can you convert it? And you will, please listen very carefully what I will tell you. How can you change the content? Okay, this is for finding of Zero GPT. And now, how can we make an AI-generated text by past plagiarism scans? This is another tool that can be found immediately the content was prepared using the artificial intelligence or not. You can do something, you can change something, and I will list them. But before it, maybe we can give about 10 minutes break, and later I will show you some tricks that you can use for your dissertation. But do not use it. I will show you the ways, but try to do not use it. Because you know, since I am working in this field, I have to know ethical side, unethical side too. I want to show everything to you. Okay, now we can give 10 minutes break. After break, we will continue from here. So, thank you. And if you have questions, please do not hesitate. You can ask your questions to me every time. Be friendly. Don't worry to ask questions to me. And in future, I will give my cards to you, business cards to you. And if you have additional questions about artificial intelligence, etc., you can reach me. Okay, guys, we can begin now again. Okay, I want to show you some tricks. How can you handle with a paper or dissertation, and how can you change the content that nobody can understand whether you use artificial intelligence or not. But my suggestion is that know that, but do not use it. Okay, the first one, menu changes. Assume you prepare a paper just using artificial intelligence tools, but you want to change some sentences. You want to change some paragraphs. It is available for you. And I am sure most people are, not most, but some people are using this method to change the content. Okay, here, what can you do? It is always a smart idea to look at what the AI is typing and make small changes so that it sounds more like you if you want to get past the AI detectors. For example, 0 GPT. Just you are changing some vocabularies and the content is changed, and then 0 GPT cannot notice it. And even small adjustments to tone and structure can help your writing sound more natural. This is one way. The second is, do not use AI for everything. I mean, the aim should be in the following content. Do not waste your time to collect the data. Find the relevant references you can use in this section using any artificial intelligence tools. And later, you can evaluate yourself. This is the best way. You know, just you are collecting the data, you are typing the keywords, what you are looking for, and then after gathering the data and the information, you are playing with the sentences and contents. And at this phase, learn what you are doing. Okay, by writing these sections yourself, you reduce the risk of AI detectors flagging your contents as AI generated. This is another way. Okay, sometimes you are using artificial intelligence, you are changing some vocabularies, and then you are adding some additional information to your subject. Get creative with your prompts. When creating your AI content, use various types of prompts, such as asking the AI, writing to adapt the title of certain famous blogger or writer. It means you are using AI again to get an information about your subject, but when you are formulating, when you are typing to ChatGPT or other tools, you can go partially. First of all, you are telling, okay, give information about this subject. And then you can say, okay, extend this part. I am focusing on this subject. You are going step by step, and you are adding, you are extending the content. This is another way. And every time you are changing some vocabularies. Okay, change the structure. You know, earlier, when I was at University about 10 years ago, there were some students from abroad, from Iraq, etc., as master degree students. And for finding of the plagiarism, we used Authenticate. I am sure you know Authenticate and Turnitin. These are the tools that can be used for finding of plagiarism. It was interesting, you know, about 100 pages of thesis I put into Authenticate, but plagiarism was 0. It should not be possible. It means everything was done by him without using any references to. Then I called him and asked honestly to him, how did you prepare this master's thesis? He said, I prepared myself. It means you gave a reference list, but nowhere I see any cited reference and 0 result. It is not possible. He said, no, I prepared myself. And I told him, if he says the truth, then I will not give any penalty to him. He laughed and he told me which kind of method he used. You know, Authenticate or Turnitin are using the method of keywords. Keywords are, I mean, vocabulary is checked and then compared. If the similar, then bring the cited document and with percentage. Did you hear about ASCII code? Do you know ASCII code? What is ASCII code? ASCII code, each character in the computing, what we are using the keyboard, has an ASCII code, American Standard Code for etc. It means, for example, if you are typing, if you are putting or pushing capital A, then its ASCII code is 65. It means there isn't 2 characters that have the same ASCII code. Every character has unique code. And the white color has a code. White color, red color, all of them has a code. And he put white color character between the vocabularies. And because of this method, Authenticate could not find the identification. I mean, the tools are not usable. It was very interesting, you know. I learned from him. And I didn't give any penalty for him. And I told him to change everything and write himself. I hope you understood. You know, ASCII code, each character has an ASCII code, and white color, if you are using white color code between vocabularies, then Authenticate is reading the whole sentence, but there isn't any, for example, today I am going, and you are putting in this instead of spaces white characters, and Authenticate cannot find it. This is a way, you know. It was in my life, and after that I checked step by step, because about 8 people prepared from abroad my PhD, not PhD, but it was master degree, and I had to notice it. Okay, change the structure. Oh, there is another way. Again, this is the experiment what I met in the past. You know, earlier we used Google Translator. It means you are putting a paragraph into Google Translate. You are changing to another language. For example, French. And then you are copying this translated part of the paragraph and putting again to the left side to create again English, it is changed automatically. It was another way, you know. You can use it. For example, you can change first of all a paragraph to Turkish without knowing any Turkish vocabulary, and then Turkish paragraph can be replaced to left side of the Google Translate, and you can say, okay, thanks, translate this again to English. And the structure is okay. Structure and length can be changed. This is another method. Use references and citations. You know, you are speaking on a topic, and then AI is creating a subject to you, a paragraph to you, and you can add some additional references what you are finding on internet. This is another way. Use interactive elements. Sometimes, since you are preparing your dissertation, you can, if available, especially in engineering management, it would be possible for you to add some survey inside of your research, and the paper is changed automatically thanks to this method. Okay, how can we create our own model? Did you hear about Olama.com? Okay, here. I suggest you to use this web page because you know there are many tools there, models there, and you can download and install your own model on your computer. What is the advantage of it? You don't need to visit the web pages again and pay money to them. Just you are creating your own models, and if you want to use artificial intelligence tools, your artificial intelligence tools is ready to help you. I want to show it to you, and the title is how to install our own AI model on our computer. First of all, you are visiting this web page, and then download should be used here. You will see this page. Did you hear about DeepSeek? DeepSeek was created by China. What is the advantage of it? If you compare with Chat, who are using ChatGPT? Everyone? Almost everyone. Who use only DeepSeek? No one. Okay, DeepSeek was created by China, and the advantage of it, it is free of charge. You don't pay anything. For ChatGPT, if you register, monthly you are paying the lowest price is $21.85. But for DeepSeek, you don't pay anything. The disadvantage of it, if you want to use artificial intelligence tools on internet, you have to have internet, and subscriptions is necessary. You are paying, otherwise it is limited. Every time you have to change your account to have more availability of ChatGPT. But it is not possible because at the beginning I used ChatGPT, and I used more than 10 different accounts, emails, to use free of charge. But later I decided to pay about $22 and I am paying. On the other hand, DeepSeek is free. Why China released this version free? Because you know, after releasing of DeepSeek from China to the world, the loss of money in the United States is $1 trillion. dollars. You see the huge of the amount of money. And this is a fight, economical fight. China wanted to destroy the power of the ChatGPT. Okay, now this is the way I want to show you. If you don't want to pay anything for AI tools, then it is usable for you. First of all, you see here there are different types of models. You are coming from here, models. And then you see here, DeepSeek R1. I am using now. It is installed in my computer. I don't pay anything for this tool. Okay, then you see here numbers. For example, here 1.5 billion. This is the size of the data. And for example, here 671 billion. But what is the disadvantage? Since we have PCs, laptops, the capacity of the RAM is limited. And if you are installing the huge amount of the model, then your computer cannot handle with the data. You have to wait long time to get result. But if you are using the smallest one, 1.5 billion, this is the easiest one. And believe me, you can do a lot of things just using this amount. And for this type of the PCs, it is possible for me to get the result what I am looking for on AI tools. I suggest you to use this one. Okay, here, Olama. You see, this is the name of the page. And you are pressing the install. And then you are selecting the model. You see the model, the smallest one. I am selecting 1.5 billion. And then install is beginning. You see it is installing now. And then you will see this type of the screens on your computer. Wait, do not do anything until the end of the installment. And then you will see that the model is installed into your computer. How can you use it after installing it? You have to use the console. Console means see. In our computer you will see hard disk. This is the hard disk of your computer. And you are typing what you want there. For example, I told you I gave different types of the programming languages, Python, Java, etc. And after uploading this model, I wanted to create a code in Java for calculating of the area of a circle. Okay, we know from that the area of a circle is A is equal to pi times r square. And I assume I don't have any idea about Java programming. Assume I am in this condition. But I want to create using this code in Java programming language. And then I wrote to my model, write the code that calculates the area of a circle. And I am adding that in Java code or in Python, in Basic, in Fortran. What you want. It is up to you. Then your model is working on it, and they are getting these codes. You see these codes, a small code. Although you don't have any idea in terms of Java programming, you got the program here. And I use this code to verify whether the code is correct. And I saw the code is correct and I am using it. You see, this is my model. I installed this model to my computer. I don't need to pay any money to ChatGPT anymore. On the other hand, DeepSeek can be used on internet. But the disadvantage is that if you don't have internet connection, how can you get information about the subject you are looking for? I suggest you to use it. And now I want to show you okay, command prompt. You see here, after installing your model and running it, you will use what you want to hear. But for uploading it, please pay attention to this line. After installing, you have to write olama run DeepSeek -R1 double column 1.5b. Note that this. You have to write this sentence. And you see, I wrote here, olama run, and it is executed automatically, and just you are waiting until the end of the installment. Later, after completing this phase, then you have to come to here. Can see the screen. Okay, just you are typing here. Olama run DeepSeek -R 1.5 B. This stands for degli. Here R minus R.
Very little space.
Spaces. Okay, you see, when the file does not exist, I resist the file. You are typing it after you install it, write what you want. Write a code in Java for calculating the area, etc. And you can use in your field too. This is an example in the computer. You can write something related to engineering management, supply chain, etc. It is available, what you are looking for. Try to use this one, and I am sure you will be satisfied, because it is not necessary to have internet connection, and everything is done in your computer. I showed you some ways to change the content of a paper or a text using some methods. For example, making some mistakes, adding some additional information, and shorten the sentences or adding references, etc. These are the manual way that you can apply. Is there any other way? Yes, there is another way. It means you can change the content automatically by a web page. I will show you this web page to you now. And it is called Humanizer AI by Just Down. Just Down. If you Google it, then you will see it. What is the meaning of humanizer? Humanizer means you are preparing a paper using artificial intelligence tool, but you want to change that nobody can understand whether you use artificial intelligence or not, without using any method what I explained earlier. This is another way, and the name of it is Just Done. Here, Just Done. And here, okay, sorry about that, this is Turkish again. I know something in Turkish using artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT. For example, here I wrote, write something for me about the usage of artificial intelligence in communication. And the artificial intelligence tool prepared a paragraph for me. And then I visited another web page, Just Done page. Here, I put this paragraph into Just Done. It is changed automatically, and no any tool can find whether your paragraph was prepared using artificial intelligence tools. You see, they are very interesting. But unfortunately, if you want to use Humanizer, this is the web page of it, humanizer.org, you have to pay $2 for a week. It's nothing actually, $2 for a week. Assume you prepare, but please do not forget the ethical side every time. Just I want to show you some ways. Assume you prepared your dissertation, the whole dissertation using the artificial intelligence, and then you want to change automatically everything by another web page, Humanizer, and then everything is changed. No authenticate, no Turnitin, no zero GPT can find anymore. You see, this is the digital environment. And there are many ways that you can change automatically just pressing one key. So easy. Okay, this is about our innovation lab in the United States. We are working in this subject because you know we are teaching this type of courses, and we have to show the positive and negative side to our students. They have to learn. I use almost all kinds of the social media, because if my student is asking about what do you think about TikTok, if I say no, I don't use this TikTok social media, then this is the lack of my side. I have to know it, but it doesn't mean that I am preferring to use it. Just I want to learn everything. This is the way of the teachers in my opinion. Okay, now this is the any question, and later we will continue with other subject. First of all, what we learned until now. First we spoke about the working principle of artificial intelligence. I gave example about cat, and similar to, I did an analogy for a child. The same method is used. If the information in the world, in servers, in web pages are wrong, then the result of artificial intelligence tools will be wrong too. The fight between China and United States in this point, is located in this point. Because if you are using ChatGPT, then the ideas of the United States emphasized. But if you use DeepSeek, then China's emphasize something. Because the servers, for example, about the wars, about something, what was uploaded is important. For example, if I am uploading my web page, and if you type ChatGPT, who is Asaf Varol, then ChatGPT will look for about me on internet. Similar to Google. And Google was another tool that we used earlier. But if the information is wrong on the environment of the world, then you will get wrong information. Never trust what you created using ChatGPT or other tools. There are many types of tools, especially for painting, for communication, for sound recognition, voice recognition, etc. The tools are used differently. Okay, we spoke about the advantages and disadvantages of the artificial intelligence. I told you, please use artificial intelligence tools for your research, but in ethical manner. Do not waste your time to look for a lot of subject. The artificial intelligence can bring everything to you what you are looking for immediately, but it is important for you to learn what you are doing and what is your subject of PhD. In this manner, if you are studying and enhancing the knowledge, in my opinion, you reach the target. This is the key point. And I told you some ways to escape from the founding of artificial intelligence tools. You can change some sentences, some paragraphs, etc. But there are some tools that is done automatically by paying only $2 for a week. It is up to you which method is used, but my suggestion is use in ethical manner. Learn quick thanks to artificial intelligence tools. And if you familiar with the content, it is nothing to against the scientific research method. What is your opinion about it? What do you think about the usage of artificial intelligence for the research? It should be used or not? If you want to waste a lot of time, you're welcome, you can use. You cannot use artificial intelligence. But if you want to consume and try to get benefit of the artificial intelligence tools, use them, but try to learn what you gathered from artificial tools. This is my last point at this point. You have some ideas? Tell me, what is your opinion about it? Because you are preparing your dissertation, not me. I prepared my dissertation in 1983. Nobody was born at the time, I think. At our time, we typed everything sentences, and if you wrote something wrongly, then it was very difficult for us to retype.
I think that maybe for the first part,
the
Yeah, for introduction.
yeah, but I mean, for the simplest part, you can use ChatGPT and so on. But then it's better to search in the IEEE Explorer something more technical, something because if ChatGPT also know all, if we based our research only on ChatGPT, then it's nothing new about it.
You know, as I mentioned, I organized a conference and I showed the page. In April, we got 324 papers from 34 countries. How can I evaluate? I mean, we have scientific group. I want to show it to you. Okay, it was here. For example, this is scientific committee members from the world. It means the papers are evaluated, have been evaluated from these people. But on the other hand, I put every paper into my model. And it means I had two versions, one from human and second from ChatGPT or degli. And I compared. And believe me, what I got from the tools, ChatGPT, etc., as review, most of them were perfect. They compared. It means formulating is important. Which kind of the information you need? You are typing clearly, step by step. Okay, first of all, I am typing. The title is suitable for the content of the body. This is the first question. The second question, the abstract is showing the summary of the paper or not. If not, make some suggestion. And then I see the list of suggestions. Okay, this subject was discussed, but this part is missing. You see, everything was done by the machine. And later I found, thanks to Zero GPT, about 3% of the papers have been prepared by ChatGPT. And then I wrote a letter to them. Okay, you can use this method, but it is important to know the content because you will present it. And if the audience are asking questions related to your topic, and if you don't answer them, then shame. You know, I wrote that. And thanks to this method, half of the paper was cut. We accept only 40%. But the tools, artificial intelligence tools, helped me a lot of, because some reviewers wrote only a small paragraph. Okay, the paper is excellent, this paper can be accepted for publication. But IEEE Explorer wants to have a quality paper, and they force us, and they want to see which kind of method we used. And therefore, I used these two ways, and later about 40% can be accepted for presentation. And the papers were released on Explorer. It means everyone can see it. I agree with you. For introduction part, for literature review, use artificial intelligence. Everything is prepared, but the read, it is important. Read and try to understand. you can write to your dissertation. And during the defense, you should be able to defend the content. And the professor should ask questions related to the concept. And finally, I can say